The Gospel of St. Mark, chapter 2. He healeth the man of palsy, he forgiveth sins, he calleth Levi, the customer. He eateth with sinners, he excuseth his disciples, as touching fasting, and keepeth the Sabbath days. After a few days he entered into Capernaum again, and it was noised that he was in the house. And anon many gathered together, insomuch that the places about the door could not receive any more. And he preached the word unto them. And there came unto him that brought one sick of the palsy, born of 4 men. And because they could not come near unto him for the multitude, they uncovered the roof of the house where he was. And when they had broken it open, they let down the bed wherein the sick of the palsy lay. And when Jesus saw their faith, he said to the sick of the palsy, Son, thy sins are forgiven thee. And there was certain of the scribes sitting there and reasoning in their hearts, Why doth this man speak such blasphemies? Who can forgive sins but God only? And immediately, when Jesus perceived in his spirit that thus they thought with themselves, he said unto them, Why reason ye these things in your hearts? Whether is it easier to say to the sick of the palsy, Thy sins are forgiven thee, or to say, Arise, and take up thy bed, and walk? And that ye may know that the Son of Man hath authority in earth to forgive sins. He said unto the sick of the palsy, I say unto thee, Arise, and take up thy bed, and get thee hence into thine own house. And by he arose, and took up his bed, and went forth before them all, insomuch that they were all amazed, and glorified God, saying, We never saw such a thing. Then he went again toward the sea, and all the people resorted unto him, and he taught them. And as Jesus passed by, he saw Levi, the son of Alphaeus, sit at a receipt of custom, and said unto him, Follow me. And he arose and followed him. And it came to pass, as Jesus sat at table in his house, many publicans and sinners sat at table also with Jesus and his disciples. For there were many that followed him. And when the scribes and Pharisees saw him eat with the publicans and sinners, they said unto his disciples, How is it that he eateth and drinketh with publicans and sinners? Now when Jesus heard it, he said unto them, The whole have no need of the physician, but the sick. I came not to call the righteous, but the sinners to repentance. And the disciples of John and the Pharisees did fast, and came and said unto him, Why do the disciples of John and of the Pharisees fast, and thy disciples fast not? And Jesus said unto them, Can the children of the marriage chamber fast, whilst the bridegroom is with them? As long as they have the bridegroom with them, they cannot fast. But the days will come when the bridegroom shall be taken from them, and then shall they fast in those days. Also, no man seweth a piece of new cloth in an old garment, for else the new piece taketh away the filling up from the old, and the breach is worse. Likewise no man putteth new wine into old vessels, for else the new wine breaketh the vessels, and the wine runneth out, and the vessels are lost. But new wine must be put into new vessels. And it came to pass, as he went through the corn on the Sabbath day, that his disciples, as they went on their way, began to pluck the ears of corn. And the Pharisees said unto him, Behold, why do they on the Sabbath day that which is not lawful? And he said to them, Have ye never read what David did, when he had need and was an hungered, both he and they that were with him, how he went into the house of God in the days of Abiathar the high priest, and did eat the showbread, which was not lawful to eat, but for the priests, and gave also to them which were with him. And he said to them, The Sabbath was made for man, and not man for the Sabbath. Wherefore the Son of Man is Lord even of the Sabbath.